Before we dive into this audiobook, I want to tell you something important. This might just be the best audiobook on YouTube you'll ever listen to. This book has the potential to change your life completely. It's not just another financial guide, it's a blueprint to achieving financial freedom, building wealth, and living the life you've always dreamed of. Hello, friends. Welcome to Time Affairs, your one-stop destination for knowledge that transforms lives. Today, we're diving into a game-changing book that can completely shift the way you think about money and life. Financial Freedom by Grant Sabatier. Whether you're just starting your journey to financial independence or already on the path, this book is your ultimate guide. It's not just about building wealth, it's about creating a life full of freedom, fulfillment, and purpose. Grant lays out powerful principles and actionable steps to help you break free from the 9-to-5 grind, build wealth on your own terms, and live the life you've always dreamed of. So, if you're ready to unlock the secrets of financial freedom and take charge of your future, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Imagine this. You've got only $2.26 in your bank account. Life feels stuck, hopeless, and you're not sure how to move forward. That's where Grant Sabatier found himself, not too long ago. But here's the kicker. In just 5 years, he went from those meager $2 to a millionaire. Yes, a millionaire. And he's sharing exactly how he did it in this first chapter, titled Money is Freedom. The wake-up call Grant starts by talking about his rock-bottom moment. He was in his early 20s, broke and living at home with his parents. Sound familiar? Many of us have been there, stuck in that same place, wondering how to break free. But here's where things changed for Grant. One day, he Googled how to make money. And you know what? That little search set off a chain reaction that changed his entire life. He realized that most of us have it all wrong when it comes to money. We think of it as something to spend, save a little of, and just get by. But Grant saw money differently. It's freedom. Freedom to live the life you want, spend time the way you want, and never stress about the next paycheck again. The plan that changed everything. So how do you go from broke to a millionaire? Grant didn't win the lottery or invent the next big app. He broke it down into simple, actionable steps. 1. Save aggressively. Instead of spending every dollar he earned, Grant started saving 50% to 80% of his income. Crazy, right? But he made it work by cutting out all the unnecessary stuff. Think eating out, impulsive buys, and subscriptions he didn't need. 2. Earn more money. This is where things got interesting. Grant didn't just rely on his 9-to-5 job. He started learning skills like digital marketing and building websites, skills that were in high demand. He turned those skills into high-paying freelance gigs and started earning more in a week than he used to make in months. 3. Invest wisely. Instead of letting his money sit in a bank account, he invested every dollar he could: stocks, index funds, and even real estate. These investments started growing, and his money began making more money. The magic of compounding. The mindset shift. But here's the thing. It wasn't just about saving and investing. The biggest shift Grant made was in his mindset. He stopped seeing money as something hard to earn and started seeing it as a tool to create freedom. He worked hard for 5 years. Yes, 5 intense years. But that effort meant he didn't have to spend the next 40 years stuck in a job he hated. He emphasizes this point over and over. It's not about getting rich for the sake of being rich. It's about gaining control of your time. Money buys you freedom, not just stuff. Grant's story isn't about luck or privilege. It's about making deliberate choices. He worked smart, stayed focused, and made sacrifices in the short term for a better future. And the best part? He's living proof that financial freedom is possible, no matter where you start. If there's one thing you take away from this chapter, let it be this. Money is not the end goal. Freedom is. And the sooner you start seeing money that way, the sooner you'll break free from the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. So what's stopping you? Start where you are. Save a little more, learn a skill that pays well, and take control of your finances today. Because if Grant could do it with just $2.26, so can you. All right, let's talk about something that hits all of us: time. We all know money is important, but what if I told you that time is even more valuable? That's exactly what Grant Sabatier dives into in Chapter 2, Time is More Valuable Than Money, Why You Can and Should Retire Early. The big idea. Time is life. Here's the truth. Grant lays down. Money comes and goes. You can always earn more. But time, once it's gone forever. Think about it. Every hour you spend doing something you don't enjoy is an hour of your life you'll never get back. For most people, the traditional path looks like this. Go to school, get a job, work for 40 plus years, retire at 65, if you're lucky. Grant's take? That's a broken system. Why spend the majority of your life working, hoping for a few good years at the end when you're older and less energetic? He believes in flipping the script. Achieve financial independence as soon as possible so you can retire early and spend your time how you want. What does retire early really mean? Now, let's clear something up. When Grant talks about retirement, he doesn't mean sitting on a beach doing nothing all day. Retiring early means having the financial freedom to choose how you spend your time. Whether it's traveling, starting a passion project, or just hanging out with family, the goal is control. Grant's message is simple. If you can create enough income, whether from investments, side hustles, or passive streams, you can break free from the 9-to-5 grind much sooner than you think. The time-money trade-off. One of the biggest traps we fall into is trading our time for money. Think about it. Most jobs pay you by the hour, so the more time you put in, the more money you make. But this creates a problem. You're always stuck working. Grant's solution? Focus on building assets that generate money for you, even while you sleep. This could be investments, rental properties, or an online business. The idea is to create passive income so your money works for you instead of you working for money. The cost of wasting time. Grant also challenges us to think about how much time we waste every day. Whether it's scrolling on social media, binge-watching Netflix, or procrastinating, those hours add up. Imagine if you used even a fraction of that time to learn a new skill, start a side hustle, or figure out your financial game plan. He says something powerful here. Every minute you spend not moving toward financial freedom is a minute you're giving away. That hit hard, didn't it? The time audit exercise. Here's a practical exercise Grant suggests. 1. For 1 week, track how you spend your time, every hour. 2. Identify areas where you're wasting time on things that don't add value. 3. Replace those wasted hours with actions that move you closer to financial independence. This could mean working on a side hustle, learning about investing, or simply cutting unnecessary expenses to save more. The early retirement mindset. Grant emphasizes that retiring early isn't about luck. It's about strategy. The earlier you start thinking about your time as your most valuable asset, the faster you'll work toward freedom. Every dollar you save, every skill you learn, and every smart decision you make is buying you back more time in the future. Here's the deal. Time is your most precious resource. Money can't buy it back, but it can buy you the freedom to use your time the way you want. So start now. Look at your time and money differently. Build a life where you don't have to ask for permission to take a day off. Remember, the clock is ticking. Don't wait for someday to enjoy your life. Make moves today so you can retire early and take control of your future. Because time, my friend, is the ultimate wealth. All right, let's get straight into it. Chapter 3 of Financial Freedom by Grant Sabatier, titled, What is Your Number? It's probably less than you think. This chapter is all about figuring out one of the most important questions in your journey to financial freedom. How much money do you actually need to retire and live the life you want? And trust me, it's probably way less than you're imagining. Let's break it down. Why knowing your number? Key Grant explains that most people never stop to think about their financial goals. They're just working, spending, saving a little, and hoping for the best. But hope isn't a plan. You need to know your freedom number, the amount of money that will allow you to live off your investments without having to work another day in your life. Knowing your number gives you a target. It's like putting the destination into your GPS. You know exactly where you're headed and how to get there. Without it, you're just wandering aimlessly. How to calculate your freedom number. Grant makes it super simple to calculate your number. Here's the formula. 1. Step 1. Calculate your annual expenses. Start by figuring out how much you spend in a year. Include everything: rent, groceries, bills, entertainment, travel, and any other expenses. Let's say your annual expenses are $40,000. 2. Step 2. Multiply by 25. Here's the magic number, 25. Multiply your annual expenses by 25. So in this example, $40,000 x 25 equals $1,000. That's your freedom number. If you have $1 million invested in the right places, you can safely withdraw about 4% every year, which is $40,000, and live off that money indefinitely. This is based on something called the 4% rule, which comes from decades of research on safe withdrawal rates for retirees. Why your number might be less than you think. Now, here's the eye-opener. Most people think they need millions and millions of dollars to retire. But when you break it down based on your actual expenses, your number might be way smaller than you expect. If you're someone who can live comfortably on $30,000 a year, your freedom number is $750,000. If you need $50,000 a year, your number is $1.25 million. It's all relative to your lifestyle. Cut expenses, lower your number. Here's another golden tip. The less you spend, the lower your freedom number becomes. If you can find ways to live a simpler, more frugal lifestyle, you'll hit your goal faster. Maybe you downsize your home. Cut out unnecessary subscriptions. Start cooking at home more often. Every dollar you save now reduces the amount you'll need later. Build a life you don't need to escape from. Grant emphasizes something super important. Financial freedom isn't just about hitting a number. It's about building a life you love. If you're constantly stressed, overworked, and unhappy, what's the point? When you know your number, you can design your life around hitting it. You can prioritize the things that truly matter, like spending time with family, pursuing hobbies, or traveling, and cut out the things that don't. Action steps to find your number. 1. Track your expenses. Start today. Use an app or a spreadsheet to track where your money is going. 2. Do the math. Multiply your annual expenses by 25 to find your freedom number. 3. Set a plan. Once you know your number, reverse engineer your strategy to get there. How much do you need to save each year? How can you invest smarter? Grant's message is simple. Financial freedom isn't as far away as you think. By knowing your number and focusing on what really matters, you can design a life of freedom and purpose. So, ask yourself, what's your number? Take the time to figure it out, and you'll be one step closer to a life where money no longer controls you. You control it. Let's get started. All right, let's jump into Chapter 4 of Financial Freedom. Where are you now? Getting clarity on your finances. This is where things start to get real, because if you don't know where you're starting, how can you figure out where you're going? This chapter is all about taking an honest, no BS look at your current financial situation. And trust me, this step is crucial if you want to get on the path to financial freedom. Let's break it down. Step 1. Face the numbers. Grant starts by saying that most people avoid looking at their finances because they're scared of what they'll find. Maybe you've got debt piling up or you're not saving enough and it feels overwhelming. But here's the deal. You can't fix what you don't face. Your first step is to figure out your current financial snapshot. And to do that, you need to calculate 2 key things. 1. Your net worth. Net worth is everything you own minus everything you owe. Add up all your assets, cash, savings, investments, property, etc. Subtract all your liabilities, credit card debt, loans, mortgages, etc. The number you're left with, that's your net worth. Don't freak out if it's a negative number. Grant reminds us that this is just the starting point, not the end. 2. Your monthly cash flow. Cash flow is all about what's coming in versus what's going out. Look at your income from your job, side hustles, etc., and your expenses, bills, groceries, entertainment, etc. Are you spending more than you're earning? Breaking even? Saving a little? Step 2. Track every dollar. Grant suggests tracking your spending for at least a month to get a clear picture of where your money is going. This isn't about judging yourself. It's about understanding your habits. Use an app or a simple spreadsheet to record every expense. Group your expenses into categories: rent, food, entertainment, subscriptions, etc. Once you do this, you'll probably have a couple of aha moments. Maybe you're spending way more on takeout than you realized, or those streaming subscriptions are adding up. Step 3. Identify the leaks. After tracking your spending, it's time to identify the money leaks. These are the little things that drain your wallet without you even noticing. For example, that daily coffee run, unused subscriptions, impulse shopping. Grant isn't saying you can't enjoy life. He's saying you need to be intentional. If you're spending money on things that don't truly add value to your life, it's time to cut them out. Step 4. Define your financial priorities. Now that you've got clarity on your finances, it's time to set priorities. What are the most important things in your life? Maybe it's saving for a house, traveling, or paying off debt. Focus on aligning your spending with your goals. Cut out anything that doesn't support your financial freedom journey. Grant's advice here is simple. Your money should reflect your values. Step 5. Create a simple system. To stay on track, Grant recommends setting up a simple financial system. 1. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to your savings or investment accounts so you're building wealth without even thinking about it. 2. Pay down debt strategically. Focus on paying off high-interest debt first, like credit cards. 3. Set mini goals. Break your financial goals into smaller, manageable steps. For example, aim to save your first $1,000 before tackling bigger goals. Why clarity is power. Grant emphasizes that getting clear on your finances isn't just about numbers. It's about control. When you know exactly where you stand, you feel empowered to make better decisions. You're no longer in the dark, and that's a huge step toward financial freedom. Here's the bottom line. You can't move forward if you don't know where you're starting. Taking the time to get clarity on your finances might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's the foundation for everything else. So, grab a notebook, open up your bank statements, and start tracking. Because once you know where you are, you can map out the fastest route to where you want to be. Let's go. Let's dive into Chapter 5 of Financial Freedom. Next Level Money, How to Build Wealth Quickly. This is where Grant Sabatier gets into the real strategies for growing your wealth fast. Because who wants to wait decades to retire, right? So let's talk about how you can start building wealth in a smart, accelerated way. The key to building wealth fast: increase your income. Grant's big takeaway here is simple. The faster you can earn money, the faster you can grow your wealth. It's not about living frugally forever, although cutting costs is important, but about increasing your earning potential. So, how do you do that? 1. Increase your skills and value. If you want to make more money, you need to be worth more. And how do you do that? By developing skills that are in high demand. If you're in a job where you feel stuck, start learning new skills that can help you move up or switch to a better paying field. For example, tech skills like coding, digital marketing, or graphic design are super valuable in today's market. 2. Leverage your current job. Grant shares how he used his job as a stepping stone, asking for raises, finding ways to be more valuable, and looking for side gigs. You don't have to quit your job to start increasing your income. Start negotiating higher pay, look for promotions, or even offer to take on additional responsibilities. 3. Side hustles and freelancing. Side hustles are a huge part of Grant's strategy for building wealth quickly. Don't wait until your 9-to-5 job pays you more. Instead, use your free time to make money on the side. Whether it's driving for a rideshare company, freelancing, tutoring, or creating a digital product, find a way to earn more outside of your regular job. The goal is to increase your cash flow so you can put more into savings, investments, or pay down debt. Next level investments. Make your money work for you. Once you've got more income coming in, it's time to make that money work harder for you. And that's where investing comes in. 1. Stocks and index funds. Grant emphasizes the importance of low-cost, diversified index funds. They allow you to invest in the entire market, which reduces risk and provides steady returns over time. The stock market isn't about getting rich quick. It's about playing the long game. But with consistent investing, you can watch your money grow year after year. 2. Real estate. Another way to build wealth fast is through real estate. Real estate has been one of the most effective ways to accumulate wealth for decades. You don't need to own a ton of properties right away. Start small. Maybe buy a rental property or house hack. Rent out part of your home. Real estate provides consistent cash flow and the potential for appreciation over time. 3. High interest savings and CDs. While real estate and stocks are great, it's important to also have liquid savings. Grant recommends putting your savings into high-yield savings accounts or certificates of deposit, CDs, that offer better returns than traditional savings accounts. This allows your money to grow while still being accessible when you need it. The power of compounding. Grant talks about the magic of compound interest, how small, consistent investments can snowball over time. The earlier you start investing, the more your money can grow exponentially. Even if you start small, the key is consistency. Keep adding money to your investments, and over time, you'll be amazed at how much they grow. Keep your expenses low and your savings high. The other half of the equation is keeping your living expenses low so you can save and invest more. The more you save, the faster you can invest, and the faster your wealth will grow. It's not about being cheap, it's about being strategic with your money. Prioritize savings, and everything else will follow. Think big? Act Now Grant also reminds us that the most successful people in building wealth think big and act fast. You don't have to wait until you're ready or perfect. Start investing, start hustling, and start making moves now. Don't wait until everything is lined up perfectly. Your future wealth depends on the decisions you make today. Building wealth quickly isn't about one big win. It's about increasing your income, investing wisely, and making sure your money works for you. By increasing your skills, launching side hustles, investing in stocks and real estate, and keeping your expenses low, you'll accelerate your path to financial freedom. So, take action today. Your future self will thank you for it. All right, let's get into Chapter 6 of Financial Freedom. Is it worth it? 11 ways to think about money before you buy anything. This chapter is all about making smarter financial decisions, especially when it comes to spending. We've all been there, looking at something we really want and wondering if it's worth the price. Grant gives us a blueprint to think about money more consciously before making those purchases. The big idea. Don't buy on impulse. Buy with Purpose Grant starts off by telling us that the way we spend money plays a huge role in whether we'll reach financial freedom or not. And when we buy things impulsively because it looks cool or because we think we need it, we're making a decision that might hurt us in the long run. Instead, the key is to think before you buy. Use these 11 questions to evaluate whether the purchase is really worth it or if it's just another impulse buy. 1. Do I really need this? This is the first and most obvious question. Do I actually need this? Before buying anything, ask yourself if it's something that's going to improve your life significantly or just temporarily satisfy a want. If it's a need, like food or something for your job, that's one thing. But if it's a want, like the latest gadget or a trendy piece of clothing, think twice. 2. Will this help me reach my goals? Grant talks about aligning your spending with your goals. Will this purchase move you closer to financial freedom or your personal goals? If you're buying something just to impress others or because it's on sale, it's time to rethink. Ask yourself, will this item add value to my life or just clutter my space? 3. How long will I actually use this? Grant suggests thinking about the longevity of the purchase. Will this item serve you for years to come, or will it end up collecting dust in the corner after a few months? If it's something you'll barely use, consider if it's worth the cost. 4. What else could I do with this money? Before making a purchase, think about how else you could spend that money. Could you invest it? Could you put it towards your emergency fund or pay down debt? Every time you spend, you're making a trade-off, so make sure it's a trade-off that's worth it. 5. Will I regret this purchase? Grant emphasizes that buying on impulse is often followed by regret. Think about how you'll feel in a few days or weeks. Will you still be excited about it, or will it feel like a waste? If the excitement fades quickly, it might not be worth it. 6. What is the real cost of this? This isn't just about the price tag, it's about the true cost. What else could you be doing with that money? Could you invest it and earn more in the future? If the item requires ongoing maintenance or additional expenses, like monthly subscriptions, factor that in. 7. Could I get a similar product for less? Grant isn't saying you should always buy the cheapest option, but consider alternatives. Could you get something just as good for a lower price? Sometimes a brand name or the latest model doesn't justify the extra cost. 8. How will this impact my lifestyle? Think about how this purchase will affect your lifestyle. Will it make your life easier, or will it add stress, like debt or clutter? If it's a purchase that's going to negatively impact your peace of mind, maybe it's not worth it. 9. Is it a one-time cost or an ongoing expense? Grant points out that some purchases are one-off costs, but others are ongoing. A one-time purchase, like a durable item, can be worth it, but ongoing costs, like subscriptions or memberships you won't use, can add up quickly. 10. How does this purchase align with my values? Here's an important question. Does this purchase reflect who you are and what you value? If your values are about health, investing in organic food or fitness equipment makes sense. But buying things that contradict your values, like items that clutter your home or waste resources, isn't going to help you in the long run. 11. Can I live without it? Lastly, Grant encourages us to think about whether we can live without the item. Can you go without this purchase for a week, a month, or even longer? If the answer is yes, then it's probably not worth it. Making smarter purchasing decisions will help you build wealth and, ultimately, financial freedom. The more conscious and intentional you are with your spending, the more money you'll have to invest in the things that really matter. So, the next time you're about to buy something, ask yourself these 11 questions. It might just save you from a purchase you don't need and put you on the path to greater financial freedom. Let's be smart with our money. Chapter 7 of Financial Freedom, the only budget you'll ever need. How to live for free and increase your savings rate at least 25%. Now, if you've ever thought budgets are a pain or just not your thing, this chapter is going to change your perspective. Grant Sabatier lays out a simple, no-nonsense way to budget that doesn't feel like a prison sentence. In fact, with this method, you can actually live for free in a way, without depriving yourself. Let's break it down. The big idea. It's all about the 25% savings rule. Grant starts by emphasizing a super important point. You don't have to be a millionaire to save a lot. You just have to save consistently and live within your means. His goal? Increase your savings rate by at least 25%. That means if you're earning $3,000 a month, you should be saving at least $750. It sounds doable, right? The best part is, once you have this in place, you're on your way to financial freedom. Step 1. Track your income and expenses. The first step in the budget Grant outlines is to get clear on your finances. Track how much money is coming in each month and how much is going out. Don't just guess. Use tools like Mint, YNAB, You Need a Budget, or even a simple spreadsheet. Grant stresses that tracking every dollar, even the small ones, is key to understanding where your money is really going. Step 2. Cut the unnecessary expenses. Grant says that most people overspend on things they don't even realize. This could be subscriptions, impulse buys, or lifestyle inflation. Upgrading your life every time you get a small raise. Look at your monthly expenses and ask, do I really need this? If you can live without something, whether it's a streaming service, that gym membership you never use, or a daily coffee habit, cut it out. The goal isn't to deprive yourself, but to prioritize the things that truly add value to your life. Step 3, the 50-30-20 rule for budgeting. Grant recommends using the 50-30-20 rule to make budgeting simple and effective. This method breaks your income into 3 categories. 50% needs. This includes rent, bills, groceries, transportation, anything essential for survival. 30% wants. This is where you can budget for the things that make life enjoyable, like dining out, entertainment, shopping, and hobbies. 20% savings and investments. This is the most important part. This 20% should be automatically put aside for savings and investments. Step 4, living for free. Here's where things get interesting. Grant introduces the concept of living for free, which doesn't mean living on the streets. It means eliminating expenses that can eat into your wealth-building efforts. The goal is to maximize the things that don't cost you much or anything at all. For example, You can find ways to reduce your housing costs by getting a roommate, moving to a more affordable area, or even living with family for a while. Similarly, if you can get free access to things like gym memberships or streaming services through friends or family, take advantage of those opportunities. Grant emphasizes that the more you reduce your living expenses, the more you can save and invest. This allows you to reach financial freedom faster. Step 5. Automate your savings. One of the smartest moves Grant suggests is automating your savings. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account or investment accounts the moment you get paid. This takes the decision-making out of the process, making sure you save before you're tempted to spend it elsewhere. Step 6. Use the pay yourself first strategy. Grant also talks about the importance of paying yourself first. This means taking a portion of your income for savings and investments before anything else. This strategy helps you prioritize your future wealth over immediate wants. By putting money into your savings or investments as soon as you get paid, you're less likely to spend it on unnecessary things. Step 7. Increase your income. Increasing your savings isn't just about cutting back on spending. It's also about bringing in more money. Look for ways to boost your income, whether that's through a side hustle, freelancing, asking for a raise, or developing a higher-paying skill. The more you earn, the easier it becomes to hit that 25% savings target, and the faster you can build your wealth. Budgeting doesn't have to be hard. The bottom line in this chapter is that budgeting doesn't have to feel restrictive. With the 50-30-20 rule, tracking your expenses, cutting out unnecessary costs, and prioritizing savings, you can start living for free and increase your savings rate by at least 25%. This might take some time to adjust to, but once you start, it'll feel natural. The goal isn't just to save money. It's to live a life where your money works for you, not the other way around. So start by tracking your expenses, cut back where you can, and automate your savings. Financial freedom is within reach. Let's dive into Chapter 8 of Financial Freedom. Optimize your 9-to-5. Use your full-time job as a launching pad to freedom. Now, this one is for all of you who feel stuck in the grind of a 9-to-5 job but dream of financial freedom. What if I told you that your full-time job can actually help you get closer to financial freedom faster? It's not about quitting your job immediately. It's about using it strategically. So, let's break down how you can optimize your 9-to-5 to set yourself up for success. The big idea: your job isn't the end goal, it's the launch pad. Grant Sabatier explains that a full-time job can be your stepping stone, not your final destination. Many people get stuck in the mindset that their job is all they'll ever do. But if you approach your job with the right mindset, you can use it to accelerate your journey to financial freedom. Step 1. Maximize your income from your job. Grant encourages us to first focus on getting the most out of the job you currently have. Don't just show up and do the bare minimum. Look for opportunities to earn more. This can mean negotiating for raises, finding additional responsibilities that come with higher pay, or getting promoted. Proactive thinking is key here. Instead of waiting for your boss to notice you, take the initiative to ask for what you deserve. If you feel your work performance warrants it, go ahead and request a raise or a better position. Also, don't forget about bonuses, stock options, or other benefits your company might offer. Take full advantage of what's available to increase your total income. Step 2. Invest in skill development. Grant emphasizes the importance of skill building. The more skills you have, the more valuable you become. Look for ways to develop high-demand skills, whether it's learning new software, improving communication, or mastering project management. If your job offers any training, certifications, or educational opportunities, take advantage of them. These skills won't just help you in your current role, but will also open doors for higher-paying jobs or side hustles down the line. Investing in your own growth will make you more marketable, which means higher pay and more opportunities for side gigs. Step 3. Start a side hustle. Grant's big idea here is that your full-time job should not be the only source of income. The key is to start a side hustle while still working your 9-to-5. Your side hustle doesn't need to be complicated. It could be something related to your job, or it could be something entirely different, like freelancing, consulting, or even creating a YouTube channel. The goal of the side hustle is to increase your income without relying solely on your salary. This extra money can be put toward investments, savings, or paying down debt faster. Starting a side hustle also gives you the option of eventually transitioning into something full-time should you choose to leave your job. Step 4. Use employer benefits to your advantage. Many employers offer benefits that can directly impact your financial freedom journey. Think about things like retirement plans, 401k, pensions, stock options, health benefits, and any other perks that come with your job. Take advantage of employer matching contributions to your 401k or retirement plans. If your employer matches contributions, that's essentially free money. Also, look into other benefits like health insurance or HSA, health savings account, options to save on medical expenses. Step 5. Automate your finances. Grant suggests automating your finances to ensure you're always saving and investing. Set up automatic transfers to savings accounts, retirement funds, or investment accounts as soon as you get paid. Automating these things ensures you prioritize your financial goals before spending money on other things. You'll be surprised how quickly your savings and investments grow when you're consistent. Step 6. Build relationships and networking is one of the most valuable assets you have in your job. Build strong relationships with your colleagues, managers, and mentors. You never know when a new opportunity might open up within your company or in your industry. By connecting with others, you'll gain insights into higher paying roles, new career paths, and even side business opportunities. Step 7. Use your job as a safety net. Another key idea is using your full-time job as a safety net. You don't have to feel rushed to leave your job, especially if you have steady income and health benefits. Your job gives you the security to take calculated risks, like launching a side hustle or investing more aggressively, without the fear of immediate financial instability. Step 8. Work toward financial independence. Not just a higher salary grant, explains that your focus shouldn't just be on getting higher pay. It should be about achieving financial independence. Don't fall into the trap of increasing your lifestyle expenses every time you get a raise. Instead, focus on saving and investing that additional income. The more money you can save and invest now, the sooner you can achieve financial freedom and potentially leave your job. Your job is a tool for freedom. The biggest takeaway from this chapter is that your 9-to-5 can be a powerful tool in your journey toward financial freedom. Use it to increase your income, build valuable skills, and create extra streams of income through side hustles. Take advantage of your employer's benefits, automate your finances, and network like a pro. Most importantly, use your job as a launchpad, not the destination. By strategically optimizing your 9-to-5, you can set yourself up for financial freedom faster than you think. So, go ahead and start taking those steps today. Your future self will thank you. Let's jump into Chapter 9 of Financial Freedom, More Money in Less Time, How to Start a Profitable Side Hustle. Now, if you're looking to earn extra income without sacrificing all your free time, this chapter is for you. Grant Sabatier breaks down how to start a side hustle that's not only profitable, but also doesn't take up all your hours. So let's dive in and see how you can start earning more money in less time. The big idea: side hustles are the key to financial freedom. Grant kicks things off by stressing how side hustles can significantly accelerate your journey to financial freedom. A side hustle isn't just about earning extra cash. It's about creating more options for yourself, building additional income streams, and fast-tracking your savings and investments. The best part? You can start a side hustle with minimal time investment, and it can start paying off quickly if you do it right. Step 1. Pick the right side hustle for you. Grant explains that the first key to a successful side hustle is choosing something that aligns with your skills, interests, and schedule. You don't have to start a side hustle that requires major investments or lots of time. Look for opportunities that play to your strengths. Think about what you're good at or what you enjoy doing. This could be anything from freelancing, tutoring, consulting, or even starting an online business. If you can use your existing skills or passions, your side hustle will feel less like work and more like an exciting project. Step 2. Start small and scale gradually. Grant advises starting small so you don't overwhelm yourself, especially if you're still working your full-time job. Start by dedicating just a few hours each week to your side hustle, whether it's evenings or weekends, and use that time to test and build your business. Don't try to do everything at once. Focus on one or two aspects of the hustle, and once you've got those down, scale up. This approach minimizes the risk of burnout and lets you see what works before you invest more time or money. Step 3. Focus on high-leverage side hustles. Grant talks about choosing side hustles that offer high returns for the time you invest. A high-leverage side hustle means you can earn more money in less time. For example, freelancing or consulting allows you to set your own rates and work with multiple clients at once, maximizing your income potential. If you're working a traditional job and earning an hourly wage, a side hustle that allows you to set your own rates is a great way to break free from the time for money trap. Focus on services or products that can be scaled easily, whether that's through automation, digital products, or expanding your client base. Step 4. Master the art of selling. Grant emphasizes that no matter what kind of side hustle you start, you need to learn how to sell your services or products effectively. Even if you're offering something you're passionate about, people won't buy unless they know about it. Learn how to pitch your side hustle to potential customers or clients. Whether it's through social media, word of mouth, or networking, make sure you're consistently marketing your services. Grant suggests leveraging platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, or even your own social media to showcase your skills and attract clients. Step 5. Automate and delegate. Once you've got your side hustle going, Grant advises you to automate or delegate tasks where possible. For example, you can use automation tools for scheduling social media posts, handling email marketing, or even managing finances. If your side hustle grows to the point where it takes too much time, consider outsourcing certain tasks, like bookkeeping or graphic design, to free up more of your time. The goal is to spend as little time as possible on repetitive tasks, allowing you to focus on the high-value activities that grow your side hustle. Step 6. Reinvest your profits. Grant suggests reinvesting the profits you make from your side hustle back into the business. This could mean upgrading your equipment, investing in advertising, or even hiring help. Reinvesting helps your side hustle grow faster and increases your potential to earn more money in the long run. Step 7. Build multiple streams of income. One of the most important lessons Grant shares is the power of building multiple income streams. A side hustle can be just the start. You can add more hustles to your portfolio as you build experience and confidence. Think about ways to create passive income, like digital products, affiliate marketing, or even investing in dividend-generating stocks. The more income streams you have, the less dependent you'll be on any single source of income. Start a side hustle today. Don't wait for the perfect time. The main takeaway from this chapter is that there is no perfect time to start a side hustle. Just start now. You don't need a huge amount of capital or experience. All you need is a skill or passion and a willingness to put in the time. Remember, a side hustle is about earning more with less time. By starting small, focusing on high-leverage opportunities, automating tasks, and reinvesting your profits, you can quickly turn your side hustle into a powerful tool for financial freedom. So, what are you waiting for? Choose a side hustle that aligns with your strengths, get started, and watch your extra income grow. Your future self will thank you. Chapter 10 of Financial Freedom, the 7-step fast-track investment strategy. Accelerate your money-making money. If you're ready to make your money work harder for you and start building wealth faster, this chapter is all about doing just that. Grant Sabatier outlines a powerful 7-step strategy to fast-track your investments and start seeing the kind of returns that can accelerate your journey to financial freedom. Let's break it down and see how you can put this into action today. The big idea: invest early, invest smart. Grant's key message in this chapter is simple. The sooner you start investing, the faster you can build wealth. Investing is the secret to financial freedom. It's not about saving pennies and waiting for years. By investing wisely and consistently, your money will grow exponentially over time. But To make this work, you need a strategy. This 7-step investment plan is your roadmap to success. Step 1. Start with a strong foundation. Before you even think about investing, you need a solid financial foundation. This means eliminating any high-interest debt like credit cards or payday loans. You should also build an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of living expenses to protect yourself in case of unexpected situations, job loss, health issues, etc. Once your foundation is in place, you're ready to move to the next step, investing. Step 2. Know your investment goals. Grant stresses that successful investors have clear goals. Do you want to save for retirement? Build wealth for your children's future? Or maybe you're looking to buy a house or fund a big project. It's important to know why you're investing so you can choose the right investment strategy and timeline. For example, if you're investing for retirement, you'll likely have a longer timeline, which means you can take on more risk. Your goals will help you define the types of investments you should pursue. Step 3. Diversify your portfolio. Grant's next step is all about diversification. Diversification means spreading your investments across different asset classes, stocks, bonds, real estate, etc., so that you reduce the risk of losing everything if one area takes a hit. The idea is to make sure you have a mix of investments that can perform well in different market conditions. You might want to invest in both individual stocks and index funds, or even look into real estate or peer-to-peer lending. The more you diversify, the safer your portfolio becomes. Step 4. Invest in low-cost index funds. One of the most powerful strategies Grant talks about is investing in low-cost index funds. Index funds are a type of mutual fund that track the performance of a market index, like the S&P 500. These funds are incredibly low cost, meaning more of your money stays invested and working for you rather than getting eaten up by high management fees. Over time, index funds have historically outperformed most actively managed funds, making them a great long-term investment option. Step 5. Set it and forget it. Automate your investments. Grant suggests setting up automatic investments so that you don't have to think about it. The beauty of automation is that it takes the emotion out of investing. You don't have to worry about trying to time the market or decide when to invest. By setting up automatic transfers into your investment accounts each month, you ensure that you're consistently investing no matter what's happening in the market. This approach also works well for long-term goals like retirement, as it takes advantage of dollar-cost averaging, where you invest a fixed amount over time regardless of market conditions. Step 6. Take advantage of tax-advantaged accounts. Grant explains how tax-advantaged accounts can supercharge your investments. Accounts like 401ks, IRAs, individual retirement accounts, and HSAs, health savings accounts, offer tax breaks that help your money grow faster. For example, contributions to a traditional 401k are tax-deductible, meaning you pay less in taxes now and your money grows tax-deferred until retirement. On the flip side, Roth IRAs allow your money to grow tax-free, so when you retire, you don't have to pay taxes on the money you've earned. Make sure you're maxing out these accounts, especially if your employer offers a match for your 401k. That's essentially free money. Step 7. Monitor, rebalance, and adjust. Lastly, Grant talks about the importance of regularly monitoring and rebalancing your portfolio. You don't just invest once and forget about it. Over time, your investments will grow at different rates, which means your portfolio may get unbalanced. For example, if stocks perform well and bonds don't, your portfolio might end up being too stock-heavy. Rebalancing ensures that your portfolio stays aligned with your goals and risk tolerance. It's important to check in periodically, once every 6 to 12 months, and make adjustments if needed. Invest like a pro, start now. The main takeaway from this chapter is that anyone can accelerate their wealth-building process by investing smartly and consistently. Start by building a strong foundation. Eliminate debt and create an emergency fund. Know your goals, diversify your portfolio, and focus on low-cost, long-term investments like index funds. Automate your investments, use tax-advantaged accounts, and rebalance your portfolio to keep things on track. By following this 7-step fast-track investment strategy, you can accelerate your journey to financial freedom and start making your money work harder for you. Don't wait. Get started today and let your money start multiplying. Chapter 11 of Financial Freedom, Real Estate Investing, How to Turn $10,000 into Millions Using Other People's Money. If you're looking for a way to create massive wealth, real estate is one of the most powerful tools you can use. And in this chapter, Grant Sabatier shows you how to turn a small investment, like $10,000, into a fortune using other people's money. So, let's break it down and see how you can start building wealth through real estate investing, even if you don't have a huge budget to begin with. The big idea: use leverage to build wealth. Grant kicks off by explaining the key concept of leverage, which is at the heart of real estate investing. Leverage means using other people's money to finance your real estate deals. Instead of using all your own cash, you take out loans from banks or investors, allowing you to control much larger properties with a smaller initial investment. In simple terms, you're using borrowed money to grow your wealth faster. This allows you to own and profit from bigger properties than if you were just using your own savings. Step 1. Start with a strong foundation. Before diving into real estate, Grant emphasizes the importance of having a solid financial base. Just like with any investment, you need to make sure your financial house is in order. This means paying off high-interest debts, building up your savings, and having an emergency fund. Once your foundation is in place, you can start looking at real estate opportunities with more confidence. Step 2. Learn the basics of real estate investing. Grant stresses that knowledge is power, especially in the world of real estate. You don't have to be an expert from day one, but you do need to understand the fundamentals: how to analyze a deal, calculate potential returns, and understand market conditions. There are many ways to invest in real estate: rental properties, flipping houses, commercial properties, or even real estate investment trusts, REITs. The more you learn about these different options, the more confident you'll be in making smart investment decisions. Step 3. Find other people's money, OPM. Here's the secret sauce to real estate investing: other people's money. Grant explains that most successful real estate investors don't use their own cash to fund deals. They use OPM, other people's money. This could be in the form of loans, private investors, or partnerships. The goal is to find people who are willing to lend or invest in your deals, whether it's a bank, a hard money lender, or private investors. The more you can leverage other people's money, the faster you can scale your real estate investments. Step 4. Start small with a house hack. Grant suggests starting small to minimize risk when you're just getting started. One of the best ways to begin is through a strategy called house hacking. House hacking means you buy a property, like a duplex or triplex, and live in one unit while renting out the others. The rental income covers your mortgage, and you get to live for free or at a low cost. This allows you to start building equity and gaining experience without putting a huge dent in your finances. Plus, house hacking gives you a better understanding of what it takes to manage tenants and maintain properties. Step 5. Look for cash flow properties. Grant advises focusing on properties that generate positive cash flow. Positive cash flow means that after you pay your mortgage, taxes, insurance, and other expenses, you still have money left over every month. This is the key to building wealth through real estate. You want properties that earn more than they cost to maintain. It's crucial to find the right properties that will generate consistent cash flow and allow you to scale your portfolio over time. Step 6. Scale up your portfolio. Once you've built some experience with smaller properties, Grant talks about scaling up. As your experience and portfolio grow, you can start looking for larger deals like apartment buildings or commercial real estate. When you scale, you can borrow more money and use it to acquire more properties, which will increase your cash flow and an overall wealth. The beauty of real estate is that it's an asset class that can keep growing as long as you keep finding new opportunities. Step 7. Use the BRR method. Grant introduces a strategy called the BRR method: buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. This method involves buying a property, fixing it up, rehabbing, renting it out for cash flow, refinancing it to pull out your equity, and then repeating the process to buy more properties. The BRRR method is incredibly powerful because it allows you to recycle your initial investment over and over again to acquire new properties, all while building equity and cash flow. It's one of the most effective ways to scale quickly in real estate investing without having to continuously come up with new capital. Step 8. Avoid common pitfalls. Grant also warns about common mistakes real estate investors make, like over-leveraging, underestimating expenses, or failing to do proper due diligence on properties. It's important to thoroughly research each deal and ensure that you're not taking on more risk than you can handle. Don't get caught up in the excitement of real estate. Make sure you have a solid plan, do your homework, and stay disciplined. Real estate can be one of the fastest ways to build wealth, especially if you use leverage and other people's money. Start small, educate yourself, and focus on cash flow properties. Use strategies like house hacking and the BRRR method to grow your portfolio, and make sure you're always looking for ways to scale. The key is to be smart, take calculated risks, and use other people's money to accelerate your growth. Real estate is a proven wealth-building tool that can turn a small investment into millions over time. By following these strategies and staying disciplined, you can start building a real estate empire that will help you reach financial freedom faster than you ever imagined. So, are you ready to get started? Let's turn that $10,000 into a fortune. Welcome to Chapter 12 of Financial Freedom. More than enough. How to live off your investments for the rest of your life. Now, if you've been following the journey so far, you've learned how to build wealth, how to invest, and how to use other people's money to grow your assets. But this chapter is about the ultimate goal, living off your investments and securing financial freedom for life. Let's break down how you can make this dream a reality. The big idea: make your investments work for you. Grant's main point here is simple but powerful. You can set yourself up to live off your investments for the rest of your life. This is the true meaning of financial freedom. The goal isn't just to make a lot of money. It's to build an income stream that allows you to live comfortably without relying on a paycheck. With the right investments, you can create a sustainable cash flow that supports your lifestyle for years to come. It's all about using your money to work for you instead of you working for your money. Step 1. Understand the 4% rule. To live off your investments, Grant introduces a key concept known as the 4% rule. The 4% rule is based on the idea that if you withdraw 4% of your investment portfolio every year, your money will last for the long term without running out. For example, if you have a $1,000 portfolio, withdrawing 4% would give you $40,000 a year to live on. The idea is that, over time, your investments continue to grow, allowing you to withdraw from your portfolio while keeping it intact for future years. This is a critical step to understand because it helps you figure out how much you need to invest in order to live comfortably off your returns. Step 2. Build a sustainable portfolio. Once you understand the 4% rule, it's time to focus on building a sustainable portfolio that can support you for life. You want a mix of investments that not only grow, but provide consistent income. Grant suggests focusing on dividend-paying stocks, real estate, rental properties, or REITs, and other income-generating assets. The goal is to create a steady cash flow that comes from multiple sources, so you're not relying on one investment to support you. Make sure your portfolio has a good balance of risk and stability, so you're not overly exposed to market swings, but still have the potential for growth. Step 3. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Grant warns that one of the biggest threats to living off your investments is lifestyle inflation. As you start making more money, there's a temptation to spend more money. New cars, bigger houses, fancy vacations, these things can quickly drain your wealth if you're not careful. The trick is to keep your lifestyle steady and not let your expenses rise just because your income does. Instead, focus on using the extra money to grow your investments. The more you invest, the more your wealth compounds, which means the faster you can reach a point where your investments are covering all your expenses. Step 4. Plan for the long term. Grant emphasizes the importance of long-term planning when it comes to living off your investments. You need to think about your future needs: healthcare, travel, leisure, and any other expenses you might have as you age. Factor these into your financial plan. For example, you may want to consider increasing your savings rate in the early years to cover long-term expenses, or setting up a tax-efficient strategy to minimize your withdrawals and maximize your income. Planning for the future gives you the peace of mind that your lifestyle will be secure no matter what happens in the markets. Step 5. Minimize withdrawals, maximize investment growth. One of the most powerful strategies Grant talks about is to minimize withdrawals and maximize investment growth. In the beginning, try to live off as little as possible and reinvest most of your returns. This way, you can continue growing your wealth and reach the point where your investments can truly support you. Think of it as giving your investments time to compound. The longer you leave them to grow, the less you'll need to withdraw in the future. By being patient and allowing your investments to grow, you can achieve long-term financial independence without running out of money. Step 6. Stay flexible and adapt. Even though you're planning for the long term, Grant stresses the importance of being flexible. The world changes, markets shift, and life throws curveballs. You may have to adapt your strategy over time based on changes in your life or financial situation. For example, if a particular investment isn't performing as expected, or if your living expenses increase, you may need to adjust your withdrawal rate or investment strategy. The key is to be adaptable and stay focused on your long-term goal, creating a sustainable income stream that allows you to live comfortably without working for money. Step 7. Achieve financial freedom and more than enough. Grant's ultimate message is that you can build a life where you don't just have enough, you have more than enough. Financial freedom isn't just about paying the bills and getting by. It's about creating the life you want to live. Once you've reached the point where your investments provide a steady income stream, you have the freedom to live the way you want, whether that means traveling, spending time with family, pursuing passions, or simply enjoying the peace of mind that comes with financial security. The idea of more than enough means having the flexibility to live your life to the fullest without worrying about money. That with the right planning, strategy, and discipline, you can create a life where you live off your investments for the rest of your life. Use the 4% rule to figure out how much you need to invest, then focus on building a sustainable portfolio that generates consistent income. Avoid lifestyle inflation, plan for the long term, and minimize withdrawals while maximizing growth. Stay flexible, adapt to changes, and focus on creating a life with more than enough. One where your investments are working for you, not the other way around. By following these steps, you can achieve the financial freedom you've always dreamed of and live the rest of your life knowing your money is secure, your lifestyle is covered, and the future is in your hands. Ready to make it happen? Let's get started today. Welcome to Chapter 13 of Financial Freedom, the Future Optimization Framework: Daily, Weekly, Monthly, Quarterly, and Annual Habits. In this chapter, Grant Sabatier talks about how creating the right habits can help you achieve financial freedom faster. It's not just about making big moves, it's about making the right decisions every single day. Grant breaks down a system that helps you stay on track with your goals and optimize your time for long-term success. Let's dive into it. The big idea: the power of consistent habits. Grant's main message here is that small, consistent actions are the key to achieving big results. Building wealth is not something that happens overnight. It's the result of doing the right things every day, week, month, and year. By creating a framework of future optimization habits, you can ensure that every decision you make is aligned with your long-term goals. It's about working on your future self today, making habits that will pay off down the road. So let's break down this framework and see how you can implement it into your own life. Step 1. Daily habits. Grant starts with daily habits, which are the foundation of your success. These small actions are what will ultimately lead to big financial results. Start your day with intention. Grant talks about the importance of morning routines. This is your time to set the tone for the day, whether it's through meditation, exercise, reading, or planning your goals. Track your spending. One of the most important daily habits is tracking your spending. The more aware you are of where your money is going, the better you can control it. Focus on personal growth. Invest time in learning, whether it's through reading, taking courses, or watching educational videos. The more you learn, the more you grow, and the more opportunities you create for yourself. Optimize your time. How you spend your time matters. Avoid distractions and focus on high-leverage activities that will move you closer to your goals. This could be working on your side hustle, investing time in networking, or building your skills. Step 2. Weekly habits. Next, Grant talks about weekly habits, what you need to do every week to stay on track and move the needle forward. Review your finances. Take time every week to review your financial situation. Look at your income, expenses, savings, and investment progress. Set weekly goals. Grant recommends setting goals for the week that align with your long-term vision. Whether it's saving a certain amount, working on a specific project, or improving a skill, weekly goals will keep you focused and motivated. Build relationships. Networking is key to financial success. Spend time every week reaching out to new people, whether it's mentors, colleagues, or people in your industry. Building relationships will open up new opportunities and ideas. Prioritize your health. If you're not taking care of your health, it'll be hard to build wealth. Make sure to exercise, eat well, and get enough rest. Good health gives you the energy to focus on your financial goals. Step 3. Monthly habits. As you move into the monthly habits, Grant focuses on the bigger picture strategies that help you evaluate your progress and make adjustments. Review your progress. At the end of each month, take time to look back and see how far you've come. What did you achieve? What didn't go as planned? This will help you adjust your strategy and stay focused on what matters. Adjust your budget. Life changes, and so do your financial needs. Every month, take a look at your budget and make any necessary adjustments. Are you spending more in certain areas? Are you able to save more? This keeps you in control of your finances. Plan for the next month. Grant emphasizes the importance of planning ahead. At the beginning of every month, set clear intentions and goals for what you want to achieve. This could be a financial goal, a personal milestone, or a new skill you want to master. Invest in yourself. Each month, make sure you're dedicating time to learning something new or improving a skill. This keeps you sharp and ready for new opportunities. Step 4. Quarterly habits. Now let's talk about quarterly habits. These habits are about checking in on your bigger financial picture and making sure you're on track for the long term. Evaluate your investments. Every quarter, take a deep dive into your investment portfolio. How are your stocks, real estate, or other investments performing? Is there anything you need to adjust? This is your opportunity to fine-tune your strategy and make sure you're moving toward financial freedom. Revisit your financial goals. Have your goals changed over the past 3 months? Are you ahead of schedule or falling behind? This is the time to realign your actions with your goals and adjust your plan if necessary. Review your network. It's important to check in with your network regularly. Are you maintaining strong connections? Do you need to expand your circle? Networking is not just for job opportunities, but also for learning and growing your wealth. Celebrate wins and learn from losses. Take time to reflect on what went well in the last quarter. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small, and learn from any mistakes or setbacks. This reflection keeps you motivated and helps you improve. Step 5. Annual habits. Lastly, let's talk about annual habits, the big picture habits that help you reflect on your entire year and set you up for success in the next one. Review your financial statements. At the end of each year, review your entire financial situation. Look at your income, savings, investments, and debts. How close are you to your long-term goals? What needs to change? Set your New Year's goals. Grant recommends setting clear and measurable goals for the next year. This could be increasing your savings rate, growing your investments, or achieving a certain income level. The key is to have a roadmap for the next 12 months. Audit your habits. Take a look at your daily, weekly, and monthly habits. Are they still serving you? Do you need to make changes to be more efficient or focused? Reflecting on your habits helps you identify areas for improvement. Evaluate your long-term strategy. Finally, check your long-term strategy. Are you still on the right track? Do you need to pivot or make adjustments to your plan to reach your financial freedom goal? Small, consistent habits are what ultimately lead to financial freedom. Whether it's daily habits, like tracking your spending, or monthly habits, like reviewing your progress, every small action counts. By creating a future optimization framework with daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual habits, you ensure that every decision you make is moving you closer to your financial goals. This framework is not about making big changes all at once, but about making smart, incremental changes over time. If you stick to these habits, you'll be amazed at how quickly you can build wealth and achieve financial freedom. So, what are you waiting for? Start implementing these habits today and watch your future transform. Welcome to Chapter 14 of Financial Freedom, Living a Richer Life, a Path to Financial Independence. This chapter focuses on what it truly means to live a richer life, not just in terms of money, but in terms of freedom, fulfillment, and happiness. Grant Sabatier dives deep into how you can achieve financial independence while also creating a life that feels richer in every way. So let's break it down. The big idea, financial freedom is about more than money. Grant starts by making one thing clear. Financial independence is not just about having a lot of money. Sure, money helps. It's a tool that gives you freedom to choose how you spend your time, energy, and focus. But living a richer life is about more than just having a large bank account. It's about using that money to create experiences, opportunities, and a life that feels deeply satisfying. Financial independence gives you the freedom to pursue what matters most to you, whether that's spending time with family, traveling, or focusing on personal growth. Step 1. Reframe what rich means. Grant asks us to rethink the very idea of being rich. We often associate being rich with a big house, fancy cars, and expensive vacations. But true wealth, according to Grant, is about time freedom and personal freedom. It's about having the option to do what you love every day. It's about being able to wake up and decide how you want to spend your day without having to work a 9-to-5 job just to survive. Real richness comes when you can spend your time in ways that fulfill you, rather than spending all your time chasing after things you don't really need. Think about it. What would your life look like if you didn't have to worry about money? Then what would you do with all the extra time and energy? Step 2. Build wealth with purpose. Building wealth is important, but building wealth with purpose is what makes the difference. Grant explains that it's not enough to simply make money. You need to have a deeper reason for why you're doing it. Your purpose might be to have more time to travel, start a business, or invest in hobbies you're passionate about. Whatever it is, your wealth-building strategy should align with what matters most to you. When you have a clear purpose, you can make smarter financial decisions. You won't be as tempted by material things that don't align with your values. Purpose gives you direction and focus, which makes the journey toward financial independence even more meaningful. Step 3. Invest in what brings you joy. Another powerful idea Grant shares is to invest in what brings you joy. We often spend money on things that we think will make us happy, like the latest gadgets, clothes, or cars. But true happiness comes from experiences and meaningful pursuits. Grant talks about how some of the happiest and most successful people he knows invest in experiences like travel, learning new skills, and building deep relationships. Instead of buying things that provide only temporary satisfaction, invest your money in experiences that add long-term value to your life. These experiences will help you build memories, grow as a person, and connect with others in ways that matter. Step 4. Prioritize relationships and health. Grant reminds us that relationships and health are the cornerstones of a truly rich life. No amount of money can replace good health or deep, meaningful relationships. As you pursue financial independence, don't forget to prioritize your physical and mental well-being. Exercise, eat well, and take care of your mind. Build and nurture your relationships with family, friends, and the people who inspire you. These connections will bring fulfillment to your life that money alone can never provide. Investing in relationships and health gives you the strength and support to enjoy your financial freedom to the fullest. Step 5. Define your own success. Grant encourages you to define your own success. Society often tells us what success looks like: a fancy job title, a big house, or a shiny new car. But the truth is, success is personal. It's about what makes you feel content and fulfilled. Financial freedom gives you the ability to choose your own path and live life on your own terms. Take a moment to think about what success means to you. Is it the freedom to travel, the ability to work on projects that excite you, or spending more time with loved ones? By defining your own version of success, you give yourself permission to live a richer life, one that is aligned with your own desires, not society's standards. Step 6. Live below your means. Grant stresses the importance of living below your means to achieve financial independence faster. Living below your means doesn't mean depriving yourself. It means being smart with your spending and focusing on the things that truly matter. By living frugally, you can save and invest more, which helps you reach financial freedom quicker. The more money you can put toward investments, the sooner you'll be able to live off your investments and fully enjoy the freedom that comes with financial independence. Living below your means also gives you the peace of mind that comes with knowing you don't need to work for money anymore. Step 7. The impact of financial independence. Finally, Grant discusses the impact of financial independence on your life and the world around you. When you achieve financial independence, it's not just about you. It's about the ripple effect you can create. You can use your time and resources to contribute to causes you care about, help others, or create businesses that add value to the world. Financial independence gives you the power to make a difference, whether it's through philanthropy, mentorship, or creating something that has a lasting impact. The true richness of financial freedom comes when you can use your resources to create positive change, both in your own life and the lives of others. True richness isn't measured by the amount of money in your bank account, but by the freedom and fulfillment you can achieve with that money. Financial independence is the key to living a richer life, one where you can focus on what really matters: your health, relationships, personal growth, and experiences. It's about having the time and freedom to live life on your own terms and using your resources to create a life that feels rich in every sense of the word. So, as you continue your journey toward financial independence, remember that the ultimate goal isn't just to accumulate wealth. It's to create a life that's meaningful, purposeful, and truly fulfilling. Are you ready to start living a richer life? Your path to financial independence is waiting for you. Let's go make it happen. If you found this video valuable and are ready to take control of your financial future, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with anyone who needs to hear this message, and of course, subscribe for more insights on achieving financial freedom and living a richer life. Drop your thoughts or any questions in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.